you got control of the show. So
All right,
what's the first game?
we'll do your Nittany Lions here in a minute. Let's start
Thank you.
with, speaking of job openings that James Franklin may be interviewing for.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's talk though, because here's the storyline. Here's kind of the theme today. I think there's in almost every one of these games, there's interesting situational spots, which I know
Okay.
some people get nervous when they start handicapping. You're going to get all nervous with me, but I think we do have to look at some of these off-field storylines at times. Here is one. Oklahoma heads to Nebraska. I love watching this game. I wish this was played more often. This feels like Thanksgiving back in the day when you'd
Oh,
get these two teams running option at each other. Tommy Frazier, Jamel Holloway from Oklahoma. So many great names in this series. But let's talk current day. The story is no Scott Frost now for Nebraska. Trev Alberts, the new athletic director, couldn't wait 3 weeks when the buyout dropped to $7.5 million from 15. He said, "You're out." Punched him right there. Look,
well,
out.
he's hooking his
Punched him.
boy up. Don't forget. I mean, they played together. So Scott, listen, we're going to fire you. They're going to fire you. We'll get rid of you now, and you'll get the extra money, but you got to go because you just lost at home to Georgia Southern.
They did.
Georgia Southern.
Clay Helton, congratulations, Clay Helton in a nice bounce back spot. Everybody said he couldn't coach at USC. Comes in, gets a huge win. Well done.
Wow.
Well done. Okay, so here's what we got. We
So
got a lot
now
on.
what? What do we
A
do
lot
with
of
this
yeah.
game?
Here's the thing. I don't know here. I don't know is the answer. You don't know how Nebraska's going to respond. Are they buoyed up by all of the chaos being out for a little
Buoyed?
bit and
Did you
rallied?
say
Buoyed,
buoyed?
buoyed. Yeah, like buoyed up,
Buoyed up.
buoyed up.
Okay.
That a big word? I didn't even think that was a big word this early in the morning.
It's early in the
You
morning. You
with me?
said buoyed up. I just want to make sure I'm keeping up. Go.
All right. So we don't know what the mindset's going to be in Nebraska. So that's always a scary thing. Oklahoma comes in with its own set of questions. Their defenses look pretty good, but the offense, is it the same offense we've seen? So far, it hasn't been. Double digit spread here.
On the
What are you
road.
looking at now? What's the road? 11, 12, 11 and a half
Um,
as we record? 65 for a
as we
total?
record on Tuesday, and again, people, listen,
Yeah,
we're
give the
recording this on
disclaimers.
Tuesday. All right,
Give
let's
the
get this
disclaimers.
straight. This is a look ahead show. Our opinions may completely change by Friday or Saturday when new information has arrived. So we're making the best decision we can with the most information we have at the moment. Okay. It is minus 11 and a half. Wow, it's already down to 11 at one place. There's still a 12. 65.
Mm-hmm.
65. That's almost running for the highest total of the week, which we'll get to later towards the end of the show. I don't know what Oklahoma is. I know what Nebraska is. Everybody was coming at me saying, "Wow, you're just picking on Nebraska. You're this, you're that." They're not good. They're just not. And I think what usually happens in a situation in the book is the coaching change. Listen, that takes some stones to just do it right now. You got to, there's no, how hard this is, what kind of decision is made in the athletic office. We got to get rid of the coach. We just lost at home to Georgia Southern. Somebody has to do something. They're going to play the dog, B-How. They're playing the dog. The line was higher. The opening number was higher.
It was 14, wasn't it?
It opened
14.
some
Yeah.
places saw 14. It's down to 11, 11 and a half. Now the bottom is going to be what, 10? I think 10. I mean, if it gets even that far, it might be 11. Saw what happened last week when Alabama went to Texas as a big favorite. They couldn't lose. They almost lost. Not saying this is Nebraska's Super Bowl or anything, but people will say that this week. And if you do say it, you want to shout us out. He's at Brad Howe 07. I'm at Sports Cake and Sig. Dare I say I like the dog? You're going to tell me you like the favorite, aren't you?
No, I don't. I think it's dog too. I mean, that's a great fan base there that's going to rally around this group. That stadium's going to be bonkers. And I'm not sold on Oklahoma yet. I don't know if they're set. They scored 7 points against Kent State in the first half. They got out first downed by Kent State in the first half last week. Now that's one game. They turned it in the second half. They went. And this probably doesn't mean anything, but this was a close game last year at Oklahoma. Nebraska played pretty well there. It's chaos at Nebraska. There's no question. I think I like dog, if any, but I do like the under. I mean, you hit on what I like. at 65. Give me a little OU defense that's better.
That
Nebraska,
seems
not quite
way
sure
high.
offensively. Yeah, I
That
could I
seems
could be
way
talked into the
high.
under. Yeah.
I mean, it was Kent State. Like, it just is. This is that perfect spot that, again, I know what they're going to play. They're taking Nebraska, driving the number down. Okay. Now, I don't know if that means the weekend when it gets here, when the limits open up, they're going to come flying in over on the Oklahoma side. I think this will draw a good two-way action because I think you'll have two schools of thought. This is the rallying cry. This is everything that Nebraska needs right now is an overrated team. Do I dare say they're overrated? Sooner fans will get mad, but I don't know if they're the Oklahoma that we're used to. I don't know if they know.
They
They're
don't know.
laying a
They
big
don't know.
number.
Then one last thing on this, and we'll move on because I tend to side with you, and I'm going to go look at the under here in a little bit. The only thing you don't know that's maybe a little bit different than in past years, how many vultures are circling around Lincoln, making contact, although it's not legal, making contact via third parties with guys on that roster in the new age of transfer portal. That's the one thing there is a lot of calls and texts going into that locker room at
Is there?
Nebraska. You don't want to stay there. You don't know who the coach is going to be. They're not going to play right. You might want to get out. We got you. There is a lot of that. So one thing you can see, you could see this being a rally point. We can make that case. We did behind this great fan base. The other part is you start to get some guys going, I got 1 foot out the door. I'm over here. Suddenly it's hard to stay in it. So just a thought.
Who's in line to coach? I mean, James
Just a
Franklin's
thought.
not interviewing for this job, is he? But Urban Meyer might. I mean, like
I don't
Urban
know.
Meyer's going to go
Don't
coach in
start.
Nebraska.
Don't do this because you've done it. Because now it's agent season. Everybody's getting a raise. Seemingly every Big 12 coach, Lance Leipold, Matt Campbell, Chris Kleiman, they're all being thrown out there. They're all of it. Don't get me started on the agent season here. Already getting guys raises. Move
All
on.
right, I didn't mean to do
We're
that.
already over. The show's already over.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click on another video right here on the screen. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.